All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 5 Minutes of Math. And glad you're joining us. Let's go ahead and get started. This is the homework for the evening of January 4th, 2018. So here we go. The inequality, the idea of an inequality is where you have two values or two quantities that aren't the same. And you all have been doing this your whole life. If somebody gets more cookies than I do, I'm the first person to point that out. So we're just using that with numbers and equations now. So 5 is greater than 3, 4 is less than 7, so on and so forth. So we're starting with a problem, and it's 5 plus x is less than or equal to 18. So the property we're using is the subtraction property of inequality, and that allows us to subtract the same number from both sides of an equation. So we have 5 minus 5 plus x is less than or equal to 18 minus 5. And 18 minus 5 is 13. So our answer is x is less than or equal to 13. One more step to this, we have to graph it. Now, when we have less than or equal to, that's a closed-in full dot. You all should remember that from last year. That's a full dot, so x is less than or equal to 13. That green line indicates what you should have shaded in on the number line. So number 6. Let's go on. And yes, you do have to solve this and you have to graph these. All right, so we're starting with 10 plus n is greater than or equal to negative 2. So what do we do here? Again, that's the subtraction property of inequality. So we're subtracting the same number from both sides of the equation. So we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. That will isolate that n on one side. And then we have negative 2 minus 10. N is greater than or equal to negative 12. And again, we have to graph this. So here's our number line. And you notice I've adjusted it so that I include the number I'm looking for, negative 12 right there. And that's a closed-in dot. So n is greater than negative 12. So we're going to shade to the right. We're going to shade to the right. So n is greater than or equal to negative 12, going on to number 7. And our problem here is negative 4 is less than k plus 6. All right, and in this case, they've put the constant on the left-hand side and the k plus 6 on the right-hand side. Treat it the same way. We're going to subtract 6 from both sides, and that's, again, the subtraction property of inequality. So here we go. The answer is negative 10 is less than k. Now, I'm going to flip that around to make that just a little bit easier to read. So it's k is greater than negative 10. It's just a little bit easier to graph it that way. And if you're going to flip them around, be careful that, see where the alligator is always got his mouth open towards the k? Make sure that that stays the same. So we have an open dot here, which means it doesn't include the number negative 10, but k is greater than negative 10, open dot, shade all the way over to the right. All right, we're going to practice this some more in the next couple of sessions. Thank you for listening. Have a good one.